Sports. There's not much going on in the sports world. Football is just kind of boring. They were just playing games. Nobody's getting. Oh wait, no, John Gruden. This mother. So, going into this episode, I had already decided the title of this podcast will be John Gruden is a dumbass. And not because of the things that he thinks. We all know that he's a dumbass for those reasons. He's a dumbass because he kept sending these emails to Bruce Allen at his work email. These are things, I'm not saying you should think these things, but if you're one of those people who happens to think these things, you don't send them in emails to people's work email addresses. These are things you say in person that after you're like, nobody's recording this, right?
I always say, man, I want to know where my racist people are at.
And I'm down with that. I am. I'm glad that it happened, right? I'm not sitting here saying man, I wish John Gruden could have kept his job. But there is an element of this, how stupid are you, that I feel needs to at least be touched on. So I did that. We can move past that now. How fucking racist, misogynistic, and homophobic. It's like he sat there and said, what are all of the progressive initiatives that the NFL are currently working on? Let me shit on every single one of them in order.
Well, to be fair, let's find out what the percentage of what?
There was a time where I kind of liked John Gruden when he was doing the Gruden QB camp stuff. It was really just the episode with Russell Wilson because he seemed to like Russell Wilson.
68.7%
of the NFL
in 2014. Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see what about the NBA.
Oh, that's higher than that.
74.2%.
Also, did you realize that John Gruden was coaching the only openly gay player in the NFL?
Yeah.
You can sit there and talk smack about Roger Goodell. Nobody likes him. We all don't like him. We all understand he's just some figurehead. You could have called him a pussy. You shouldn't have used the other, word to define him. But, you could have said whatever you wanted about Roger Goodell. Hell, you probably could have said whatever you wanted about most of the league's owners. And it wouldn't have been a big deal. But, at the end of the day, you're disparaging 70%, roughly, of your team, let alone the entire league. And then individual people on top of that. And then what honestly, really kind of frustrated me about it was the people that you saw caping up for him on ESPN prior to the additional stuff coming out.
It doesn't surprise me.
It doesn't surprise me, but it still is
doesn't surprise me. Here's the I just said it last week. The system is not broken.
Yeah, it's not. It does exactly what it's supposed to do.
Yep. This is not a bug, it's a feature.
Did you watch Sunday Night Football? They had,
I watched part of it.
Tirico and all those guys on there. Mike Tirico, the I'm not black, I'm Italian guy.
I read 3 articles about that guy because I don't know what I was doing, but I saw it and I was like, yo, he's black though. So I started Googling, there's got to be more to this. And it was more and more. I'm like,
more. Dude, Bomani goes, it's one of his favorite. He's like, are you kidding me? This dude's not black.
Yo, come on, yo. You know what hurt me about
Dungy. Tony effing Dungy.
All right. No, you can't. No, he's off limits.
All right.
He's off limits. There is a I'm defending Tony Dungy because that's one of my dudes, man. There is a.
But you heard what he said, right?
No, actually, I didn't hear what he said. What did he say?
I mean, he basically was just like, I know John, and John's no racist, and
I can't defend that. He's a racist,
right? And John Gruden's attempted explanation.
As a person with big lips, I was offended by that.
No. The rubber lips was not in reference to how big your lips are. That's the term that he uses to refer to people who lie.
Lie like rubber. Like, man, come on, yo.
To black people who lie is what he meant to say. That's it.
I don't. So I'm torn, right? Because like you can't be black and not expect like there's a unwritten rule. Like you shouldn't be surprised when people say racist stuff.
Right.
Right. It's not like nobody should be that naive unless you're what's your boy running for an office in Georgia, Trump's boy. Gosh, what's his name?
I think I went for. Oh. I'm gonna have to listen really carefully to bleep out that last one.
Yeah,
you snuck that in, right?
I can't think of his name. That's not important he is it to me.
Twice, 3. So much bleeping to do.
Yeah, you got it. Trump's boy. What's his name?
Okay.
Gosh. Football player. Gosh. Oh, Herschel Walker. I didn't have to look it up. I just knew like in the back of my mind, I just wanted to like I took his black card. For somebody, I mean, yeah, I'm not surprised, man, but I think the only way to get around that is to take the. I actually watched a video from the YouTuber Company Man about the XFL and the ABA
XFL
and how those
almost
things
worked
failed.
the second time around.
And I'm thinking,
and if it wasn't for the
they
pandemic,
failed,
I fully believe that they would still be around.
Could it work?
I mean, I think that.
Yeah.
You would make all of
what if black
Except
people got out of the professional leagues? What if we just did that
white wide
and start our own shit?
Well, we've got 15 tight ends playing this weekend.
Yeah, like
yeah.
I mean,
think about it. Like, and I know we've talked a lot about him, but
they would change all the rules.
So influences a lot of what I have to hear and think. But like Bomani talks about, in the SEC, like you don't see white linebackers, white defensive backs, right? You might see one on the defensive line, maybe, but mostly you see them at tight end, offensive line, and or quarterback.
Why is that?
That's it. Those are the roles that are left for white guys in the NFL. And you get the occasional like Christian McCaffrey, right?
Well,
yeah.
Yeah. But he got some good genes. His dad was a beast.
No, and I mean it is. You're absolutely right.
I don't know.
In the grand scheme of things,
I don't want to park in a speed bump of right? John Gruden because he's not important to me.
He's not like. And this isn't. I know you'll probably roll your eyes at this, but it's not like. Well, I was gonna say it's not like Bill Belichick, right? Like if Bill Belichick had come out and said this stuff, it kind of would have been like, oh snap. But this is John Gruden.
It's like saying Bill Belichick.
John spent how much time out of the NFL and then came back thinking, I can run this thing. I've been sitting back watching these idiots, crap on themselves for years now. And then he was like, I'm going to the Raiders because I like Derek Carr.
Yeah, this is boy. And I don't know. I just think that I kind of, it's not a popular opinion, but just pull out and do your own thing.
Bye.